He played the most memorable college football game I've ever actually been to in person, Texas USC for the national championship at the Rose Bowl, NFL Titans and Eagles. Let's bring in Vince Young, who, yes, in Austin, Texas, has a great steakhouse. And Vince told me you can get a New York strip medium rare, and they have legendary macaroni and cheese, right?
Legendary bacon. A little bacon in there.
All right. So let's go. I want to talk about when you see all these young quarterbacks. If you were to do it all over again, and there's one thing today's Vince Young, with all your knowledge and wisdom, could tell 22-year-old Vince Young, just one thing, right, what would it be?
The biggest thing is making sure you have the right team off the football field. That's the key of making sure you focus on being the best athlete you can be when you can trust your
finances,
your agent, your financial guy, your business manager.
How'd you choose them?
Well, I was just going off basically a friend of mine's and some family members in my family, and kind of took their advice and went with the team that I thought was best for me. And sometimes, just as much as a player sometimes get distracted, a team can get distracted as well. So but overall, we all learn from the mistakes, and thank God I got a new team now that's helped me, clean up a lot of that stuff that went on behind the scenes.
You were a great college quarterback, and you had your moments in the NFL. Was college more fun for you because you won more? Was it more enjoyable, or was there parts of the NFL game challenging, certainly the NFL? What did you enjoy playing more?
Well, I enjoy the game of football. It's always fun going out there with your guys, your teammates. And definitely playing in the NFL as well, playing on Sundays was awesome. The thing that I got out of college, it was more a family atmosphere of the coaches really did care about you. We always did things together. And mostly in the NFL, you have a small percentage of coaches that does that. And Andy Reid, Coach McCarthy, these guys really care about you as a player. And when I was in Philly, one of the things I loved about Andy Reid, he sets you down on a Friday night while everybody's gone. We talked about football, got prepared for the game, and then he also talked to you about life. How you doing in life? So what some of the things are you doing to make sure you're okay, things like that.
Michael Vick liked that about him, too.
Yeah, and when you have that out of a coach, that is not all about the work process of it. When you got somebody that care about you as a young man or a man, I really feel like that's somebody you would love to play for.
When you look when you played, there were huddles. The game was a little slower. Now it's like sandwich boards, no huddles, go, go, go. I could make an argument that every guy that comes into this league should just sit for a year. Do you wish sometimes, I know you're competitive, you could have just, let me learn the system. At Texas, I don't remember if you started the first game you were there at 18 years old, but right, if you could do it again, would sitting for a year and a half have been the worst thing?
Not really. It depends. It depends what system you come from and the background and things like that. What I like about Texas football, definitely the high school coaches, they're teaching the young quarterbacks now how to read defenses.
That's key. They weren't 10, 15 years ago?
No. It was mostly they go out there and play football. And especially with the new speed-paced offense, they're not reading anything either. And I don't feel like that's going to prepare them for the pros. So now, as all things I've been seeing in high school football, they have been teaching the cover twos, the basic things about.
So high school football coaching's better.
It's better. From with 7-on-7 in the summertime, coaching and different coaches. It's helping the younger quarterbacks, learn the game, the pre-snap read, what you're saying at the line of scrimmage, because a lot of things happen at the line of scrimmage, and if you can see that and put yourself in a better chance to have a better play, I think those type of things are going to help a lot of the young quarterbacks, and you can see it to this day where Andrew Luck and all these type of guys are doing it.
Yeah, I was looking, your top 5 college football quarterbacks of all time. You put Steve McNair, yourself, Tebow, Vick, and Matt Leinart. Let's go to the USC-Texas game, the best game I've ever been to in person.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. Roger Clemens was on the sideline. It was Reggie Bush. It was you. It was like Superstar. It was a Super Bowl. It's I've never gone to a football game, including Super Bowls, that felt bigger.
Right.
Did you know in that game, did you have a sense good God, this is good. This is crazy good football.
Yes.
Did you know it was that exciting to the viewer?
No, not really. I was so nervous. I was so nervous and focused and enjoying the atmosphere of, Leanne Ryan singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl committee doing the corn toss, Mickey Mouse. I was so excited just being there.
And you're admitting you were nervous.
Oh yeah, I play better when I'm nervous anyway. So I was so nervous of the game. It was a time that I was on the sideline. I didn't get in the game for a while because the USC had the football for a long time because we fumbled a punt return. So I was still on the sideline with butterflies.
Right. Vince, when you look at your NFL career and you look at kind of the way the business works, come in, start, here's your money, do this, do that. How much of the stuff that didn't work is you? How much is the coach? How much is the owner? How much of it is just, I wasn't mature, I wasn't ready? How much is, man, the system didn't work for me? Like,
Right.
when you go back and look, where do you point to things that didn't work?
Well, I can speak for myself is just the literacy of the business part of it. After Steve McNair passed away, he was my guy. I leaned it on for that type of advice.
Right.
But the skill set standpoint of it, like you said earlier, I really feel like I did a really good job with that because of the fact, rookie of the year. You
were big, strong, mobile
quarterback.
You were a little Marcus Mariota, to be honest with you.
Just playing the game. Just trying to win. And having a great chemistry with my team. That was great. And I don't think none of my old teammates can say that Vincent didn't come in here ready to play and was hard-working quarterback. It's just a part of the business part of it.
And it threw you off.
Threw me off. It wasn't a family origin.
So you were worried about that half the time.
Not half the time, but, when you're getting prepared to play during the week, it was a couple of distractions when you're trying to prepare yourself to play. And if you don't have the right team around you, they're not taking care of their responsibility. So you getting prepared to play football, and you're also making phone calls back to them like this and that, this and that. And I really feel like that was a little part of that I was kind of lacking about because I didn't have the right team around me.
Yeah. All right, so Tom Herman is the new coach of Texas. And first of all, his offenses are really, really good.
Yes.
And in fact, when he left Ohio State, their offense was not as good. What do you see? Okay, so you were with Mac Brown. He was a little older, but Mac was always energetic. Like, Mac was Nick Saban doesn't look like fun to me. Mac Brown always felt fun.
Right.
Was he, and what's Herman like?
Well, I feel like these guys are pretty much the same. And what I mean by that is they listen to the players, and they want this to be your best college. Going to college, you're one of the best times of your life. They want that, and they also want you to have fun playing the game of football. And when you have a coach like that, have you, make it to the point that you're enjoying yourself and playing the game, and they're enjoying it. And then when it's time to get serious, you get serious. When you have that, I really feel like the chemistry for a player, he wants to play for you. He wants to fight for you. And I think right now, as what Tom is doing, he's getting the team chemistry down, and that's a real big thing in football. These guys had a water balloon fight in the stadium. All these type of things helping these guys, with their chemistry and want to go out and fight in a football game amongst each other. And I really feel like I've been seeing that, and he's bringing that to the table. So I'm very proud of Tom, some of the things that he's bringing to the football team, that's bringing back to Texas football.
Now, are you doing any coaching or anything?
Yeah, I a little bit. Coach Herman called me coach every once in a while. I come out there to the practice field. So
are you coaching football? Are you coaching literacy off the field? Like you said, what do you bring to a kid? If I'm a 19-year-old recruit, what do you bring that you think you can add?
Well, whatever information you may need. If it's sports, I can help out with that. Or if it's, different things off the field, or making sure how you get to college, or a high school kid, how can you get to college? I don't have the right money. Or here's the application information, how to get to college. I can help you with that. Or if you're going through a situation in your household, or you going through a situation trying to find who yourself is as a person, I can talk to you about that. So I do pretty much a little bit of both on campus, of talking to a lot of the athletes as well, and then as well as some of the kids that's not on campus, the younger generation as well. So I'm really enjoying that. Giving my testimony to a young generation kids out there that need it, to been in the same position I am, first generation kid to graduate, low poverty area, things like that, and just trying to help them kids that get overlooked a lot in the world, trying to make sure they have the same opportunity as any other kid out there that do have opportunity.
By the way, your steakhouse is called what?
Vince Young Steakhouse.
There you
I'm
go.
really disappointed that you didn't bring some mac and cheese here.
Oh
for
yeah,
us
we
to
can get
taste.
some shipped.
You
down.
can ship it to us?
Ship you some
That's your
steaks,
specialty.
Okay.
steaks and everything, whatever you need.
You can ship a steak?
Yes. Put
By
it
the
on
way,
ice.
It's a brown building with black lettering, and we opened the doors, and it was a Friday night, and it was jammed. And I'm like, okay, I'll just go across the street and get some chili.
That's
It looked
amazing.
like it. And you said the business is going well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Hey.
my partners over there are fantastic.
I
over
just
there.
wanted to, you like him, right?
Yeah,
He's a good guy?
Yeah.
Guess what show he watches?
Oh God, now you're not a Ninja Warrior watcher.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones, baby.
God.
Game of
Sorcerers?
Thrones.
Yes, that's my show.
Really?
Yes.
Wizards?
Smart people watch
Wizards
Game of
and
Thrones.
swords and
It's all
ice and
fiction.
dragons.
Dragons. And now
Yeah.
there's an, well, I'm not going to say
I like
anything.
keep it real, guy. I like reality.
It is
Yeah.
real.
I wish we can go back and like throw away all the guns and just use swords
Right?
Really?
And dragons.
and dragons.
Why not?
All right, Vince Young, good seeing you. It's the Herd.